about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me wanna let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you wanna do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, from we. No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, cause I'm winning. It's been a long week.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome. Come on in. Come on in.
So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror.
Do you like what you see when you looking at you when you walking past the mirror? Better.
Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I wouldn't change my life.
Come on, y'all, join me.
See, I wouldn't change my life. Feel so good when you're doing all the things
Love
that
it.
you wanna do.
Who else we got out of here? Out here, Miss
Treat yourself to
Angelia.
something new. Keep your head up high in
Hey, girl.
yourself. Believe in you. Believe me.
Gotcha.
Been a really good time.
I love it. Welcome,
And I'ma still wear a smile. If
Hi,
it's
Heidi.
raining,
Heidi.
I gotta
Oh, she turned off her
enjoy
camera.
myself
I saw her bopping her head,
regardless. I appreciate life. I'm so glad that it's mine. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror.
Hey,
Ain't
Miss
worried about
Jackie.
doing what you're gonna do. I'm a lady, so I must stay classy. Gotta keep it hot,
Stephanie
keep it
and the little
together. I want to
one.
get better.
There you
I
go.
wouldn't change my life. My life's just fine, fine, fine.
I love it. Hi, Miss Dawn Tyson. Welcome tonight. I love it. I love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna give people a couple more minutes to get on in here. Hello, hello. Get loose. We're gonna have some fun tonight.
When you're doing all the things that you wanna do, get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new. It's a really good thing to say that I won't change my life. My life's just fine, 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 See, I won't change my life. My life's just fine. When I see when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time, and my life ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I won't change my life. My life's just fine, fine, fine,
Yes.
fine, fine,
I am
fine,
so excited to have you guys here. Give yourselves a hand. I am absolutely excited. I am absolutely, can you tell? Can y'all tell? Every week, I love coming here, hanging out with you guys and hanging with Michaels and seeing what we can get into tonight. And you guys look beautiful. Let me scan the crowd. Let me scan the audience. This is what I would do if we were in person. I'd scan the audience so I can get a feel for all these beautiful people. Listen, I'm gonna put her on. I'm gonna put her on. She gonna get me later, but you know it's worth it. Hey, mama. Listen, you know, my biggest supporter in the world. Just say hi. You can't, they're not gonna hear you. Just say hi. Good. Okay. She gonna get me later on. I'm gonna have to get it. But what happened was I see Stephanie up here with her little beautiful girl. So I had to show my mom. So, you know, so that's what that was all about. I'm gonna get in trouble later, but that's all right. It's worth it. Welcome, everybody. Put in the chat if this is your first time or how many times you've been with me so far. Have you done it all? You've been here all times? Your first time? Hi, Renee. Hi, Renee. Awesome. Hi, Kim. Yolanda. I'm trying to catch the first and get your name, but it's running so fast, I'm not going to be able to. Well, welcome to all of you. I'm super excited. My name is Karen Baxter. I am Ms. Creative CEO. Doesn't that look like me? Yep, right there. Ms. Creative CEO. I am your empowerment coach, your mindset mentor, and your craft business bestie. And what I do is I help women get out of their way. I help them level up their mindsets, have a good time, understand their power through their creativity so that they can take their businesses out of the back room and into the boardroom so they can take that business straight to the bank. Okay, that is what I do. But I am a die-hard crafter. You better believe I'm a die-hard crafter. And that is why I have teamed up with Michaels right here. We kick it together a lot. If y'all don't know, I'm trying to get my directions right, but we hang out together a lot. Okay. And Michael's here on this platform. I am the first woman of color, first person really to do a series like this. Okay. And I'm so grateful that Michael's has allowed me to do this. Now, for you newbies, let me explain. This is not like a typical, if you can't already tell, this isn't like a typical Michael's class. Okay. What we're going to do today is talk to a creator today. Each week, I have a new person come on because I believe that there's a lot of people out there, just like you and me, that need to be seen, that are tinkering about in the back room, in their craft rooms, and they need to be seen. Everyday moms and people that go to work from the 9 to 5 and come up and stay till 2 o'clock in the morning, crafting and things like that, and learn about their stories, because all of us are the same. We really are. We're all the same. We love to craft and we have other things going on. So it's really great to see when you can find other people that are like you and relate to them. So every week up until June 10th, I am here. This is our fifth show. So if you want to check the other ones, make sure you go to the Michaels website, michaels.com, and at the top right-hand corner, you will see online classes. And that's where you can see all of ours, or you can go to the Michaels YouTube page profile and see everything there. Or you can go to my website, which is Ms. Creative CEO, MS, right there, creativeceo.com. And you will be able to click MCC and Michaels, and you'll be able to see all the videos that we have done thus far. Also, make sure that you go to michaelsagain.com, online classes, and find the class for next week. Next week, we will be with my good friend and teammate, Elizabeth Aaron. We will be talking about her craft, which is paper. Who doesn't love paper, right? And she will be doing 3D models, amazing, with paper. So make sure that you register for that and any of the other ones upcoming. If you keep checking my page, misscreativeceo.com, you will be able to link to all of them at one time as I keep adding and uploading the links as I get them. Okay. So I didn't want you to be surprised about, like, is this a regular Michaels thing? No, it's not. I'm telling y'all that up front. So today we are going to be talking to Miss Jessica Harris. But first, I need to do some roll call real quick. I need y'all to drop in the chat, my folks, my riders. Where are they? CBCIC, where y'all at? There you go. Yes. Those my people. Yes, BOD and CBCIC. That is my tribe. That is my community. The folks that I either mentor or they follow me or something like that. And we all support each other. It is about community. And I'm always very, very grateful for them to be here. Jason and Tawana Harris says, yes, my sister-in-law, Jessica. Awesome. You got family on here, Jessica. That's really cool. So let's go ahead and bring Jessica to the stage. Miss Jessica Harris. Now, what happened to your camera? Maybe that's not the camera we need because you're muted. Let me see. There you are. I'm gonna ask you to unmute your. There you go.
Hi.
Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be
Uh-oh,
able to give us the. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you now.
Okay. I'm excited, happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here. We are happy to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Oh, wow. So I'm the owner of Sincere Sentiments,
Mhm.
and I make handmade stationery and gifts for all the treasured moments in your life.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Um, I actually have an engineering background, so I do have a 9 to 5 in the electric utility industry. But
Mhm.
when I'm not working doing that, I'm crafting.
Okay, wait a minute, stop. So I really love the way you glossed over. I have a job in the electrical engineering field. That could be an admin, that could be a secretary, that could be, I don't know, anything. But could you please, because I need people to understand that all people are crafters. Go ahead, put it out there.
Okay. So
Did you think
my official job title is senior engineer or power system analysis.
she is an
And
electrical engineer? That is not lightweight, people. That is not lightweight. Okay. She is a whole electrical, she could run a whole city's power grid. Y'all understand? She's the one y'all call when the power go down. Oh, understand? She's like a whole boss. And you saw she said senior. All right. So there's a point to this. There's a point to this, that anybody is a crafter. Don't let it fool you. The president might be in the White House playing with some glitter, some glue, or making something to stress, because it's stress, right? It's a stress reliever, right? So I thought, because that is a stressful job, right?
yes, it is very stressful when you have millions, 9 point something millions of people who are depending on you for their power to continue uninterrupted every day of their lives. It is really, you're under the gun. For
Right.
where I work on the federal side now, but I started out in the field. So I literally was the person who drew the plans to run power to your house. So those green boxes you see in your neighborhood, I designed the layout in the neighborhood where they would go, where the wire would run around to feed so many houses off of the one green box.
That's it.
I used to do storm duty as well. Like um, when the storm came through, we would. I was one of the engineers that would switch power or switch load from one from one substation to another. Um, and it's like working in the substation. I designed substations. So you see the fence with all the equipment in it, all the lines going in it. I used to design those. And now I moved from, like I said, from the field side to being on the regulatory side. I was in the field for almost 10 years. So now being on the regulatory side, we make the rules for all the utilities in North America.
So how about that? She's on the team that makes the rules for the electric that y'all plug up to run all these machines. That's the type of person you have in front of you. Okay. All right. So, but don't call her talking about why my power out in her DMs. Don't do that. Okay.
No, I can't help you with that
don't say, well,
anymore.
what can we do to move a box in my backyard? No, don't do any of that. Okay. Don't do any of that. However, I just needed you to really understand there are so many different people in walks of life that simply love to craft. Okay, so let's talk about that, Jessica. From electrical engineering to glowforging and crafting,
Oh,
like,
wow.
how did that happen? How long have you been crafting?
God. I have to say, ever since I was young. I mean, I grew up around crafters. I was influenced by Black women crafters in my family. My grandmother on my dad's side taught me how to crochet. My mom's mom taught me, she sewed blankets. So I watched her do that. My mom sewed blankets. And now my sister sews blankets. She has her own company that she runs for that. And then my mom also likes to decorate.
Mm.
I can remember the first craft my mom taught me was how to make a grapevine wreath from scratch. Like you go get the grapevines, soak them in water, twist them up, and how to decorate them with pretty bows and greenery. And the most inspirational thing she did for me was she went and got a business license and started her own business. I didn't even know that was possible. For something that she did on the side that was just crafting. That opened my eyes a lot. From that, I started crafting on my own as an adult because I needed an outlet from work. It was like, okay, I design stuff all day long for other people, but I need something different. I know I'm creative because to be in the utility industry and be an electrical engineer, you got to be creative. There's no one way to do anything. So I went to a friend of mine that I worked with, and I was like, what is this Cricut thing that people keep talking about? And then I saw the silhouette. So I asked her, what's the difference? And at the time, Cricut was still using cartridges. And I was like, oh, that pigeonholes you. That doesn't allow me to be creative. I think I'll get the silhouette because you can design your own stuff. And I've been hooked ever since. And then it turned from paper to, I decided to sew a little bit. So I usually sew for myself now. And then I got interested in heat transfers and vinyl. I went to a conference for heat transfer and vinyl. They had all these machines. I was not ready. People had suitcases ready to take stuff away. I was like, oh, I'm confused. I clearly am not prepared with my little notebook. This is not what it's about. And I sat in a few classes to learn about embroidery. And then I toured the floor and I saw this like stuff that people did with lasers and heat transfers. And there were different types of heat transfers. And I was like, okay, got back to work, Googled few things, and the Glowforge popped up. And you could see all the projects that people were doing with the Glowforge. Me being a 3D person, because part of designing like a layout in a neighborhood, I can still ride by and see the physical thing that I drew on paper come to life. So for me, the Glowforge was like, oh, this is great. I can use, Silhouette Business Edition, design something, put it in the Glowforge, and it's actually something I can hold in my hand. I also decided to start my business because I enjoyed making handmade gifts for my friends.
That's how a lot of us started, just making handmade stuff, gifts for people. Yeah.
I loved it. It was and they loved it. And they were like, oh, this is so great. This is beautiful. And I was like, okay. So I remember looking at the Glowforge, and then I looked at the prices of the different Glowforges. And I remember telling a different friend, I said, have you seen this? Because I'm trying to bring somebody down the rabbit hole with me. Because, crafters just don't.
We're enablers. You got to come with me. If I'm going, you coming with me. Come on.
So I was like, have you seen this? And I said, you need a whole business plan if you're going to get something like this. So I watched the Glowforge for probably a year and a half. And after joining CBCIC, and when I joined CBIC, I said, if I do my business again, I'm going to be serious about it. And I just decided to just go for it. And the possibilities are endless for what you can do with a Glowforge. As long as you have the imagination, you can do it. And I've loved it ever since.
So show us some of the things that you've made. I see a couple of some signage back there. Love that. I need to get one of those. I'm gonna put you on. I'm gonna remove myself. You can bring it close to the camera.
So we have the acrylic business sign.
Look at that. That's so cool. So you got your name and your Instagram. So you guys, if you do vendor shows, you can have one of those custom done. So it can be in the background on your videos or on your tables or in your pictures. That's really cool. I love it.
I did that. That was after somebody was looking for something like that. Then I have these that I make, which are photo tags.
Photo tags.
Actually, you know what? Let me just show it over here. And they're great little acrylic photo tags. If you're taking a picture and you want to put your name in there. So I made those. Behind me, you have my name, my company name is a wall hanging out of acrylic. Then you have the Melanin Bin Magic sign is actually MDF, which is a type of wood that you can use. Then all the other goodies. I have a few more. I forgot about my very first project.
Oh,
which
yeah,
was
let's see that.
if you were a planner person. So
Oh, it's a paper clip. Yeah, we need something white behind it.
So I asked to put this in a
Jessica.
subscription box. Can I put it on this camera instead? The
Jessica.
one below? Yeah.
I think it's just her signal, guys. A lot of people are saying you're blurry. It is a little grainy, but I don't know if you can rectify that.
Let me see. This helps. I have to switch cameras. No, I don't think is that a little bit better, guys?
Oh, it's about the same.
Yeah, it is about the same. I don't know. Maybe it is probably my signal.
It might be because you were, stuttering a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably my signal, guys.
Okay. Well, thank you for alerting us. I could see it too, but we're going to do the best we can tonight. Okay. Yeah, she does keychains and all of that, which she's going to talk about that. Bandwidth. It probably is her bandwidth.
Yeah, it's because I've got
Wi-Fi. Yeah,
I've got so many things going in here.
Right.
And I know that's what
does.
it is.
It's probably that. Well, let's keep it moving. We're gonna do the best we can.
Okay.
So okay, you've made a whole lot of cute stuff, including that thing behind you, the jewelry thing, which you showed me last night, which I thought was dope.
Oh, yeah. So this is how 3D I've gotten. You can design, and I hope these keychains don't fall, but you can design an acrylic keychain stand if you're in a store or something like that. This was cut on a Glowforge, along with the keychains that's on it.
That's really cool. Okay. Well, we can see that it definitely has a lot of stuff that you could do, and the 3D is a lot of fun. Uh-oh. You know what?
It is.
I know you have like 3 cameras going, so maybe if we cut one camera, that'll help.
Kill one, yeah.
Kill one of those cameras, because I don't want you to. We need you in the Glowforge.
Okay.
Y'all, are y'all ready? Because I think this is gonna be like, y'all are all gonna be like, oh, we got to get a Glowforge now, hun. Because there's so many things that could be done. I'm telling you, I've had my eye on one that actually cleared up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
Cleared up. Right, Elizabeth. Danina, right. I want one very much. Somebody asked which one do you have? What model?
I have the Pro. I have the Pro with the pass-through, because the pass-through on this Glowforge will allow you to feed any material that's 20 inches wide and about a 1/4 inch thick, and as long as you want.
Love it. We got some ladies in here that says theirs is on the way. I love it. I love it. Who is it? Mine is in transit. Sean and Twala said theirs is in transit. Elizabeth said go on and enable us. Some people say you need more. Girl, move your bed. You don't need to sleep. Move your bed out the way.
It's about so the table I have it sitting on is 39 by 24. So it's probably 38, about 36 actually, by I'll say 20.
Okay.
And 8 inches
this
high.
is what we're gonna do. It's your time. Go ahead and start. Let's start the show because we got a lot of questions. I feel them coming down the pipe. And so let's get to it. Let's get to it.
All right, guys. So I'm going to share what we're going to do. Let me talk you through some of this. I'm going to show you how to do a simple keychain, and we're going to use the Glowforge app software. I typically design in Silhouette Business Edition. That's just because, like, to make a 3D sign like that, that's not something you can do in the Glowforge app software. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you the feature to create a keychain. We'll talk through some of the software stuff, and you're going to actually watch it cut. So maybe about 2 minutes, and you guys will be talking while it's cutting. Also, and I'll talk to you about some of the features of the machine and some techniques that you can do to decorate your keychains. So first, I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So let me make sure I have that.
Deborah, it's okay. He'll understand. Renee asked, do you, she said she just got the Cricut Maker Easy Press, Mug Press, and she said her husband's gonna kill her, but she really, really wants it. It's okay. We'll back you up. It does produce some type of fumes, Renee, and that's why she has a filter, right?
Oh yes, I'll talk you guys through that too. So you do have to vent the Glowforge, and that's something I'll talk about before I even crank it up for you.
Okay.
After I show you the design.
Okay. Well, we don't want nothing to happen to you, Deborah. So, time it right. Time it right.
All right. So the Glowforge app software is web-based. Also, the Glowforge is only connected by Wi-Fi. There's no plug, there's no USB. So we're going to start with, you're going to create, and you only get access to this app when you have your Glowforge. So everybody just can't go in and look at it. Another thing I want to tell you, I am using the premium version, which is a paid version because it gives you more access to more things. You can insert shapes, you can insert text, and also it has, I didn't mean to do that. But it also allows you to do offsets in here. And it's supposed to give you access to a faster server as well, which it does. I've only used the premium. It is a monthly membership fee. And it starts out at $50, but I do believe sometimes they do go on sale the membership will go on sale for $14 or $15 a month. So the first thing you want to do when you want to create your keychain, so I did something for Mother's Day. You have access to over 900 fonts, and we're using the premium. And let me increase this. And right now, what you're seeing behind the black is the actual bed of the Glowforge. So it has a live camera in it, so you can see where to place your design. All right, so I just kept it simple and decided to go with, actually I want bold, a mom keychain for Mother's Day coming up. And anything you create in the Glowforge, in the app, you can export it as an SVG file. So this mom text, you can export that and cut the vinyl out on your Cricut. So we're going to enlarge this keychain to about 2.8 because I like my keychains to be about 3 inches. So next we're going to, and don't worry about the color and stuff, we'll talk about that as well. So another feature that you can do, like I said, you can offset, create an outline, and you can adjust what you want the outline to be. For now, I'm fine with a 1/4 inch outline. That's fine. Then you need to draw your keychain hole, which is a shape. Usually I like my keychain holes to be about 0.09 inches to about I'll say 0.125. Just depends on the size of the jump ring you're using. And if you make a mistake and grab the wrong thing, there is an undo. And you can eyeball how close to get. We're going to be cutting 1/8 of an inch acrylic tonight. So it's you don't want it to get too close. You don't want to put the keychain hole too close, or jump ring hole, sorry, too close to the edge. So just eyeball it. Now, that's not it. We're going to fancy this up a little bit. We're going to play around with some more, we're going to play around with the artwork, which you have access to with premium. So you have, I mean, probably millions of artwork. Any of this artwork you can click on, it will upload. So we're going to do flowers. You can save them to your favorites. All of this stuff you can use with the premium membership. You can cut all of this and then sell it. It comes with a commercial license through the premium membership.
Now that's important to know, because why?
So without the premium membership, you're limited to what you can do inside the Glowforge app.
Okay.
And that's why I like the premium, just for the convenience and being connected to a faster server. It cuts 4 times faster than you just connect it to their regular servers at Glowforge.
And then also having the premium service, like you said, you can use their images for commercial. Otherwise, you can only use the images for your personal use, and you can't make and sell stuff with the images within Glowforge, correct?
Correct.
Got it.
Also, another perk is, let's say you design something, whether it's in their app or, well, actually, if you design something on your own, there's different softwares you can use. Like I said, I like using Silhouette Business Edition. I know that other people use Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, is Inkscape, Procreate. I like using Silhouette Business Edition because it's easy to just do an SVG file and it's yours.
Okay.
It's easier to export an SVG file is what I should say. So I'm just coming in here, I'm placing some background flowers, and I'm gonna probably stop at maybe.
While you're doing that, let's ask a couple of questions. Okay. Do you have a Cricut subscription as well, or do you feel that you don't need it because you have Silhouette?
I don't need it because I have Silhouette.
Okay. Any questions about venting and smell? She's going to answer in a minute. So I'm going to skip over those, but we're not going to forget them. Can you do it vice versa from Cricut Design Space to Glowforge if you pay for the Pro?
You need to have a way to convert your file into an SVG.
Okay.
I will say this. You can use a JPEG, PDF, a PNG file, and you can have it uploaded to the Glowforge, and it would scan it. It just depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
But as far as I know, for cutting, it's just easier to have an SVG file. Okay.
With that being said, what is an SVG file?
Oh, I'm about to get technical because you know I'm an engineer. That's what we do. It stands for a scalable vector graphic. What it means is you can change the colors, you can alter it, you can, if you're in Silhouette Business Edition, you can edit the points on it, different things like that. You can do more with it to edit it to make it yours. That's what I like about SVG files, and the fact that they're cuttable files.
So in layman's terms, basically a SVG file, because you know we're dealing with this engineer over here. Okay, so in layman, special people terms, basically it is not like a PNG or a JPEG where you can't do anything, you can't manipulate it or anything. However, with SVG files, I like what Devon said. Scalable vector graphic file is the format that's used by most softwares to manipulate files that have layers and are great for resizing without losing dimensions. That's a great one. And so if you know the colors, you can break the colors out. They become pieces like a puzzle. And then you can change the colors of those layers and then cut each piece so it comes together as a whole. You find that quite often when you're doing t-shirts, and like, you know, you do t-shirts and you cut this piece and that piece and this, you know, those are usually SVG files that are being used in order to do that. Okay, so I hope that clears up for you. Can you upload your own font?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
I have not been able, I have not tried that. And as far as I know, from what I've read, it's really not, it's not an option.
Okay. Sherry asked, can you replace the O letter in mom with one of those flowers and not have it print the O?
Nope, that's
Okay.
not, you can't do that. That's why I said that's something you could do in Silhouette. So you can't break the file up. Well, you know what? I take that back. What I do instead, and I'm glad she asked that. Like I said, there's no one way to design something. You would have to do it like this.
Put a space.
Do the letters separately.
Ah.
So take my mom.
Could you not do M and then a space and then another M?
I have never tried that.
That was the first thing I thought about. I'm like, you know,
Let's
just
see if
do
it'll let me
M
do that.
space or like two spaces and then another M. And then it would space it out enough for you to put a flower in between it. And then there you go. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, you have to play around
I'm
with the spacing.
special. I'm like simple. Like, how you do that?
But I like the idea. And it actually might cut down on my cut time. Well, no, it won't, because we're not going to be cutting the mom part, but it's still good to know. And there we go. We put a flower. Oh, that's going to be cute.
Look at that. Look at that. We special.
Over there. Well, I'm glad it's interactive.
Yeah. Okay, we got some more questions. What's the difference between the Glowforge Basic Plus and Pro?
Oh, okay. So the Basic just has a 40-watt laser, and it's the slowest one they have. The Pro and the Plus have a 45-watt laser, and they're fast. The fastest one is the Pro for cutting and for your cut jobs and stuff like that.
Okay. Does the Glowforge take EPS files too, since it uses SVG?
I do believe it does. I think that is on the list.
Okay. Can you create the SVG in Silhouette and then upload it to Glowforge?
Yes, you can. So here where it says import artwork, you would hit upload and upload your file.
Boom, there's that. Can you install fonts in Silhouette Studio Design?
Yes, you can.
You're welcome, Shuri. And Heidi says that's the beauty of crafting socially. We all problem solve in different ways and we learn from each other. Yes, Heidi, that's what I'm talking about. Is there a cooling element or cool down time when you cannot run it, use it? Is there a water element for cooling or just fans?
There's fans and it has a tube. And as this camera, as far as I know, is still on. And when I open it up, I'll show y'all that. There's a tube in the back, if you can see that. If you guys are
because you're sharing your screen at the moment, we'll look at it in a minute, but because you're sharing your screen, I can't switch you just yet.
So when I open it up, I'll show you the tube. Yeah, it has a cooling tube and it has the fans. And after you cut something, and I'll show it, you'll see it as I cut it on the screen. it will show it needs time to cool down. So you can't just, oh, the laser has stopped, let me pop it open. No, let it cool down because the material is going to be hot.
Okay, makes sense. What's the largest design you can make for each machine?
For the Pro, it can be 20 inches wide and as long as you want because of the pass-through.
Okay.
With the Basic and the Plus, you have a cutting bed that is 12 by 20, and your cutting area. So your cutting area, let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can see this. Your cutting area where this, just the black that you see, is actually about 11 3/4 by 18 or 19, by 19.
Okay. Was all this hard to learn before you could actually cut something? How long did it take? How long did it take you long time to learn it? Like, what's the learning curve on the thing? Look, I can't even talk straight because it's so complicated. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, that's always a hard question for me to answer because I'm a technical person.
Right.
For me, no, it wasn't a learning curve, and I've been using Silhouette since 2011. So I knew how to manipulate files. And the learning curve for someone who's not technical, I will say this, there is a learning curve. If you're trying to create your own SVG files, there's also a learning curve when it comes to cutting material. A lot of research and learning has to be done behind that. You can't just throw anything in there. There's a few safety measures as well. And I'll talk about some of the material when I show you guys what we're going to cut and what the differences are.
Or you can cut your learning curve in half instead of going all around the world, go straight through and get a class from Miss Jessica, and she will teach you one-on-one. It's your choice.
Yes, I will.
All over the world or straight to the point. You know, waste a lot of money or straight to the point. It's up to you. It's your choice. Who am I to tell you what to do? You know,
I do offer classes. I have an intro class if you just want to learn about SVG files. I have another class that is SVG files with the Glowforge. So I'll show you how to upload it, what all these settings mean, things like that. Then I have an all things acrylic. Acrylic comes in different sizes, different shapes, different colors, different consistency. So you can understand which is the best one for the product that you're trying to make and how to use it, how to cut it. So you're not to sound morbid, blowing up your machine because it costs a lot of money.
That's right, that part.
And then I also have a wood engraving and cutting class. And in that one, I'll show you how to engrave a cutting board.
There you go.
And that's something you can go and sell.
Real easy. Okay, let's keep moving because we want to see all the goodness.
All right, so right now, what you see on the screen, you see the red and green and all of that. So anything that's red is labeled as cut. We don't want to cut the mom part in here, so we're not going to worry about that. Engraving, I'm going to click on this. Depending on what type of material you choose at the top left, affects what type of engraving you're going to do. And the settings. So I'm just going to leave it as is, this SD graphic. I'm not going to engrave. Engraving takes longer than scoring. I'm going to score for the sake of this class. So you see here how when I'm on engraving, it turns blue. That lets you know what layer you're on. Like I said, I'm going to score. So it just does outlines, but I'm going to change the settings because I already know how to do this. That's why I know how to change my settings. Everything is already set. These are what they call the proof grade settings. When you get your Glowforge, you're going to get proof grade materials. That means Glowforge has tested them. They know what the settings are supposed to be to get the proper cut and to not damage your machine. So these are baselines. I'm not going to be cutting proof grade tonight because I know how to go out and buy the right types of materials. And so I'm still using acrylic, but it's coming from a different manufacturer. It's not going to be proof grade. And I'm going to reset because I want to make my score lines a little bit wider, because I want to show you guys how to color in as an option. I'm going to change it to 0.3. And I'm changing the focus height. What it means by focus is I am adjusting where the laser is. So the laser is going to usually tries to determine the focus height from the bottom of the laser to your material. So it knows how deep to cut. You can manipulate that to get different effects in different materials. So for this one, we're going to leave everything else the same. Well, actually, I must speed it up a little bit. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Then we have the cut. Anything that you don't want to cut, you can always ignore. So that's a good feature. We want to cut the keychain hole. And the last thing you ever want to do when you're cutting a design like this is you want to cut your outline last, because if you cut that first and your material shifts, it can throw something off when you're trying to do all these other steps. And if they don't have any questions on the design part, I'm going to show you, I'm going to stop sharing.
Okay, then I can switch out the screens.
So let me figure out how to do that on here.
You want me? I got you. I stopped it. I stopped it. Now we're gonna switch over to your screen, your Glowforge screen.
Okay.
All right, I got you. No, that's pinned. Is that pinned or is it?
Yeah,
No, it's on there.
No. Yeah, yeah. All right. So I like to call my baby Giselle. And open her up. And you see the light on. It's turned on for a while. It doesn't overheat. It does go into sleep mode.
Jessica, I need you to talk up a little bit because you're away from the camera with the mic. You're away from the mic.
Oh, it must have switched on me. I was supposed to, okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So you see the inside of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I read a comment. Somebody said they heard Angel saying when the lid opened.
Yes. Ah, there we go.
All right.
Yes.
So this internal piece is your carrier. And it moves. This is the tube, your cooling tube that you see here. This is your camera. So it shows you, there's a camera up at the top that shows you inside the lid. You can see where you're placing your design. This is your laser. The one thing you don't want is any material to hit this laser and knock it off track. That is your worst nightmare. By doing so, that's why they tell you don't cut anything over ½ an inch because of this crumb tray. And I'm gonna try to slide this out. When you're lifting this crumb tray out, and it catches all the little particles and stuff. It's pretty heavy. It's probably an inch thick. You can take this out, and I'll even do that for you guys. Take it out carefully because you don't, like I said, you don't want to hit. You don't want to hit your laser. When you take the crumb tray out, you can cut anything up to 2 inches in height. All right. So
Couple of questions. Do you keep your Glowforge plugged in all the time or unplug it when it's not in use?
I unplug it when it's not in use.
Okay.
That's just a personal choice. If you have a surge protector, it's a souped up surge protector. It's something you can find at Home Depot. I can't remember what the name of it is off the top of my head, that you can use.
Mhm.
And so long as you have and this is the electrical engineer part of me, guys, the GCFI in the socket, what that is an internal, basically it detects surges and cuts off that outlet automatically to stop anything that's plugged in from getting fried.
Got it. You
Okay.
know, you do realize your earplug shifted again. We hear you, but it shifted. It's not as clear.
Okay.
Now you're, yeah, now I hear
I'm
you.
fine. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's your earbud or because you came back to the computer. I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's all right. Just talk loud.
Okay. There was something else. Oh, venting. I do have a vent, an air hose coming off the side here.
I'm gonna show, let me add that screen. Let's add the spotlight. There you go.
So I have a hose coming from the back, and I have the box, and I'll tilt you guys down a little bit. Oh, you can't see because my chair. I have a box. I chose to have it because I just didn't want to vent it out the window, even though it's right in front of the window. Just that's for space in my craft. I like it. It is loud. It is like it's a lot like a loud vacuum cleaner. And they have different things you can use. There's a thing called an inline fan, which I've heard makes it super quiet. So that may be something I might look into. For right now, this doesn't bother me at all. Oh, safety features. That's something else I want to talk to you guys about. Don't think because, it says I have 30 minutes of cutting time, I can walk away and go wash dishes. Please don't do that. The reason I say that is the materials you cut, you can't guarantee what they're made of. So don't ever walk away from it. With the wood, most wood that you use is Baltic birch. If Baltic birch is pieces of wood glued together, if it has an air pocket in it and that laser hits it, it will catch fire. It's a possibility. You can even cut, I will say you can cut cardstock with the Glowforge. I have cut cardboard and I've used paper in it as a guide. Trust me, I did not walk away when I did that. And I just did like a 2-second cut or something I was doing and like an outline. But no matter what you use, don't walk away from your Glowforge. Another thing, you want to keep a fire extinguisher by your Glowforge. I actually use a can, First Alert Tundra extinguisher fires. I got this from probably Home Depot or Amazon, probably Amazon. You can have this, so I keep this nearby. And you have to vent your Glowforge, whether it's out the window or using the box. It's a CO2 laser, carbon dioxide. You don't need to breathe that in. As far as smells, there's going to be a slight smell depending on what you're using. I'm going to be using tonight, what you should use always is cast acrylic, especially if it's clear or colored acrylic, because it cuts better, it engraves better, and it really doesn't smell. Extruded acrylic is usually your mirror acrylics. That's going to smell. As long as you are venting, you should be fine. Even when you cut wood, it may have a slight smell. And what I mean by that is somebody can walk in the room and be like, oh, okay, yeah, you were cutting wood, but it's not heavy. If you are cutting something on your Glowforge and you have a heavy smell, something's not venting right. You probably need to clean your fan, and you may need to get a new filter if you're using this box. So double check that.
Y'all writing these notes down because y'all getting a whole lot of information for the free 99 tonight. So I hope y'all writing this stuff down and listening. Okay, let's cut. What are we doing? I want to see the action.
All right, so I'm going to drop this piece of acrylic in. This is the stuff I've done test cuts on, so I know it's going to work.
Can you cut glass or mirrors?
No.
No.
Well, I wouldn't recommend that. I have not seen anybody cut glass or mirrors. And when I say mirror acrylic, because it's made out of a consistency of acrylic, that's safe. I have not seen anybody cut mirrors. I have not seen anybody cut glass. I would not recommend it personally, but you still do your research because people do all kinds of things and there's videos out there. So do research on that. Like I said, I don't know anybody that's tried it. I'm definitely not gonna try it. Just gonna be honest with you. All right, so we're gonna load that in. And I'm waiting on the scanner to pick up what the material is so I can see an actual picture of it. And then I'm going to start.
Yes, Madison. Give it probably Saturday morning. It should be up on the Michaels platform or and also on YouTube. So about Saturday morning, give it a chance. Can you cut multiple designs? Like
yes, you can.
You can? Okay, great.
You can cut multiple designs. What you want to think about is what you're doing as far as like what you want your cut time to be. But yeah, you can cut multiple designs. Like I have no problems. Even when you're using, while it's cutting, you can be on your computer doing whatever you want to do. So it doesn't hold up anything. I'm ready to fire up unless there's another question that somebody asked.
I got you, Lakeisha. Okay, you ready to fire up? So I'm gonna take you off and make the no, let me take you off and make the machine big. Boom, there we are. So you're gonna turn your volume off because that's noisy. And then we're gonna have a commercial break while we watch the beautifulness of the Glowforge.
So if you just saw it move, it is calculating precision. The Glowforge moves from left to right. So keep that in mind if you're engraving. So it says it's going to take me 1 minute and 43 seconds.
Okay, that gives us a little time. Does Michael sell acrylic? Have you ever gotten Michael's acrylic?
No, I have not.
Do you know if they sell it?
I have not seen it personally, and I could
check the website.
Yeah, that's what I would suggest.
Yeah. Patty, this is a Glowforge machine. It is a laser cutter. It's a Glowforge.
All right, I'm going to mute myself and let her get started. She's going to be scoring and cutting. I didn't do any engraving, like I said, because of the time. And I'll adjust the camera if I need to. I think it's fine, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right, let me mute myself.
All right, Jessica is muted. She's hitting a big pretty button. And here we go. While we're watching, I want to take a moment to make sure that y'all remember to be paying attention because my team will be asking some questions at the end. And we have some Michael's gift cards to give away. So it's a $20 gift card. So make sure you're paying attention. So when we ask the questions, you have the possibility of winning. Also, what I'd like to do is take a moment to thank some communities. Thank you, Lakeisha. I appreciate you. To thank some communities that always support me and what I'm doing and support this what we're doing with Michaels. So first of all, I like to say thank you to Inspired Paper Community. All of these are craft groups on Facebook. So if anything strikes you as interesting, Make sure that you go over and check them out. Read their rules, read their description, make sure it's a community that you want to be in, and let them know that Karen Baxter, Miss Creative CEO with Michaels, sent you. Okay, Inspired Paper Community, Black Girls Who Craft and Cricut. A Black woman made that. Official craft group. The Mommy Grind. Black Girls Craft LLC. The Creative Brown Girl Community, as well as the Lotus Group. Then we have CP&S Boutique VIPs. We also have the Tea Talk and Mujga Clip Arts and Let's Craft and Sell and the Waste Bead Village. And of course, we have Misha Bazemore of Coco Twins that is always a big supporter. So I really want to say thank you to those, the leaders of those communities, and that I appreciate them always helping the next person get better in crafting. That was quick. We got good timing, don't we?
Awesome. All right.
And then I forgot to play my video. I got so excited when everybody was dancing. I forgot to play my video. So once we get this out here, y'all gonna see my video because I put it together. Y'all gonna see it. Okay. You can follow me at Miss Creative CEO on Instagram and on Facebook. Miss Creative CEO. My website is misscreativeceo.com. You can also go over to Facebook in my community. The Inner Circle, CBC Inner Circle. But that's a private community. It's a paid membership community of people that I mentor. But you can go over to the Creative Boss Collective, TM, on Facebook and follow me there. That is my community as well. So make sure that you do that. And then if you're on Clubhouse, I also have a club on there called Creative Boss Collective. And I'm on there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be there in the morning. Look at that, y'all. Yo, I'm about to go and order one and it ain't even finished and I'm about to go order one. I love it. Right. Miss V, I want one now.
And like I said, it only took 1 minute and 43 seconds to create that.
Wow.
Over to the table and show you guys how to get the paper off.
Okay. So she's going to transfer the camera. So while she's doing that, are y'all having a good time? I hope y'all are, because I'm having a good time. I think we all want one. You're right. Is this valuable to you? I'm excited about this. All right, everybody happy. You know, we're going to bring you the good stuff. Miss Creative CEO and the team. I want always good time with you. Thank you. You hope your husband is like, I hope Carlos is too. Hey, Carlos. Now hubby getting my anniversary. That's what I'm talking about. Girls, Ziva, me and you both. Happy, joy. I know, I need a house so the Glowforge can have its own room. Exactly, Tamika.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you.
Take up that much space.
What you say? Yeah, Glowforge needs its own space. Like, what you talking about? Absolutely.
All right.
All right, we're gonna add that spotlight. I'm gonna take myself off.
Bring y'all down just a little bit more.
And there we go.
Put my teaspoon out the way. Okay. So.
Right, Heidi. That's what we strive to do. Heidi was saying it's just nice to hear from somebody that actually uses it for business and being honest about the learning curve. Yeah, you might as well just be honest about it so that you know what you're dealing with. Right, Deetra, time to renovate the basement.
So this
Well,
is,
tell them to do it early, Deborah. It's early, an early anniversary present.
there you go. There you
That's
go.
it. And then you make sure you take care of him and give him a nice little dinner and stuff on the anniversary, and don't ask for nothing else. Don't ask for nothing else after that.
All right. So to take off your paper, oh, another thing, your acrylic needs to come with paper on it. This was actually that I got from the manufacturer. It came like this. It does not come like this, which some may have like a plastic film over it. I wouldn't recommend that you cut that. Or let me put it this way. You can cut it. If you're just cutting a shape, it's fine to use the plastic film. If you are scoring or engraving, it's really not going to turn out well because you're basically burning plastic into your acrylic. So I would suggest you use a paper masking. I use a paper masking from, it's called Vinyl Ease, that you can get in huge rolls. I've only seen it on Amazon. There may be some other places you can get it from, but that's the one I know of.
Heidi, be good. I'm trying to, I tried. This is a family show, so be good. McKinley said her niece has one and did her wedding invitations using the balsa wood, and they were incredible.
Oh, that's pretty. I've seen some very pretty wooden invitations that I've seen other people do. And then I do keychains. I've done a couple of, actually, I like the wood, the Baltic birch especially. I mean, I've used cherry. So with the cherry acrylic, the cherry wood, I've done, that's scoring and engraving for a keychain. For my mom keychains, I am a dog mom. So I have that one. And they make also very good pieces for if you want to do wedding favors in the shape of a state with a date.
Cute.
That's really good. And these were actually, I made these into magnets.
Cute. Y'all, your brains on fire like that laser, right? Fuming, right? Because
These
all
are,
the thoughts.
That's what gets you. It spirals out of control. These are baby photo markers.
Oh, wow.
You can do, I've done quite a few. You can do and these are all engraved, didn't take long. And then I'll show you one more thing as well. You want to make a love note to someone.
How cute is that?
And this was
Where
actually
is Jantel? She needs to see that. Yeah, that's so cute. She needs to see that.
So, and you can write on this. So this is painted with, actually I stained this wood. I can't remember the name of the stain right now, but I know I got it from Home Depot, or actually Michael's has the stain. I take that back. I got it from Michael's. I think it's Verathane. And you can actually write on this with a permanent marker.
We got a couple of questions. Where do you get the acrylic blanks from with the brown masking on it? And then Ziva says it doesn't come with the paper on it.
So different manufacturers give you different options. They give you the option to come with the brown paper, or they'll ask you if you want the plastic film. And I don't have any with the plastic film because I usually engrave on mine. So be careful about that. And they give you, you can get the acrylic cheaper if you don't buy it with the paper on it from the manufacturer. So that's
why you buy the paper separate and put it on yourself.
If in case you have a manufacturer that does not, a supplier that does not sell theirs with paper, then you have to buy the extra paper roll. The reason I buy the extra paper roll is because mirror acrylic that you buy from any manufacturer will not come with paper on it. It comes with that plastic film. When you engrave on mirror acrylic on the back, because you have to, it's just like, you have to reverse it. So it's just like
it is on the Cricut. You got to reverse it. Okay.
Right. but you can, if you want to reduce like cracking and burn marks, even with wood, no wood, you're not gonna buy any wooden sheets with paper on it. The reason I like to use the paper on my wood stuff is because if I'm engraving something, I don't want the burn marks on there. If I'm gonna paint over it, then you don't need it. It just depends on what you're doing. That's part of the wood engraving class. You find out more about that.
Okay. Can you
So-
do multiple keychains at one time?
Oh yeah, definitely. I just did this one for the sake of the class, for the
Okay.
time limit. So that's what you're seeing it from the back side. And my lighting is not working tonight, but
Deborah said, where's your fire extinguisher?
what?
Deborah said, where is that fire extinguisher? She want to make sure you being safe.
Oh, I am. I keep it right beside my Glowforge, I promise.
Team, can you drop the Glowforge link in the chat, please, for Miss Patty?
All
Do
right,
you
I'm
peel the plastic off and then add the paper? Zita wants to know. Yeah.
Yes, I do. And it's not hard to come off or anything. Actually, if you are on jump rope, I have a video that shows you how to mask, because it's called masking, it's paper masking, how to mask. I think I'm using Baltic birch, but it's the same process if you're using acrylic or mirror acrylic.
Okay.
So you can find that video on jump rope, and it's under Sincere Sentiments.
Awesome. Can you create molds and templates?
So Glowforge just came out with a stamp. You can create your own stamp on here. I have not tried that yet. They just came out with it. So I'm thinking you can probably create a mold. I don't know how deep the material is. Like I said, I haven't tested it. I haven't tried it. Another thing you can do that I've seen people do is take acrylic, cut the shape they want, and then use, I guess, a mold injection type of material to create your mold. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there are probably some people in the Glowforge community that could probably answer that as well.
Okay.
But it's brand new. As far as I know, the stamping part is brand new. Some of the people I've seen like it. It does take a long time because you're engraving your image. So I think somebody told me they cut a 4x4 stamp and it took them 35 minutes on the Glowforge.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So be mindful of that.
All right. What's our next step? And I see what you mean, Deborah. Deborah was meaning, where's this extinguisher? Because our brains are on fire. That's what that meant. She was right. I'm like, child, where's my drink? Oh
my gosh. All right, real quick, the next step is going to be, I'm going to show you how, you see how we still have all this paper masking on here. You can take Gorilla Glue, what is this called? Tape. It's not masking tape, but you can use that, and I hope it comes off easily. I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera, guys. Let's see. Oh, it does. See, just like that. It removed all of that in one swoop. And the reason you want to do that is because of one, you don't want to sit here and weed all of this. And it is very sticky because it's sticking to my table. I got it from Home Depot. Actually, it is from duct tape. That's what it is. Gorilla Glue duct tape. That's what it is. And it is very strong because I'm struggling over here trying to, but you can use that.
Have you ever made, oh, I'm sorry.
You go ahead.
Have you ever made wooden earrings out of it? With it?
Oh, yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have one up here on the table to show you guys.
All right, Pam, that's right. You learn something new every day. There you go.
Oh, here it is.
Wow.
I've also done hoops, and this is with just that kind of backing
That's
on it.
it. That's it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Where that link at, y'all? Let me hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all can hold it down. Team, take over. I'll be right back. Let me go and buy my clothes.
I have also done hoop earrings with the word in the middle of them, and use that same concept to do teachers' gifts at Christmas.
Oh wow. So you can
These
use
are
what is it? What's the things that go on the tree? I can't even
the
think.
ornaments. Yes, you can make
Ornaments.
ornaments.
That's the
There you
word.
go. Yes, you can make ornaments. Ooh. Yeah, this stuff is strong, but it makes it clean. And like I said, I scored this so you can barely feel it. Ooh, it's sticking to everything. But it makes it easier to take stuff off when you have little teeny pieces, and it comes off cleanly. So that's what helps with that.
See,
Now,
Miss Lee, me and Michaels, we bring stuff to you, stuff that you've never even heard of. Who else does that? Who else does it? Michaels.
I mean, like I told you, I'm gonna tell you guys, the only thing that would hold you back is your imagination. That is it. Another type of tape I was using regular duct tape, and somebody
Can you hold it
suggested
up on the table? Because we're looking at your table. There you go.
Oh, sorry. So that's one type of tape I use. You can use regular duct tape. I just wanted to try this out because I have tons of rolls of Christmas duct tape. Don't ask me why. It was cute. I was like, oh, that's so cute. I gotta get some of that. For what? I don't know.
Because we're hoarders. That's what we do. It's cute. That's the only prerequisite for us is it's got to be cute. Okay. Now y'all make sure tomorrow when the surveys go out, you let Michaels know that you appreciate them and me bringing you different stuff and that you're enjoying these classes, please. Okay. Keep me coming back. Make me keep coming back. Okay. All right. So you got the tape, everything off, the paper off.
All right. So, and if you want to clean it, you can wash this with dish soap, mild dish soap, just if you want to keep cleaning it off. And then I'm going to show you guys a different version. And I'm sorry, there we go. Where I colored in those.
That's so pretty.
And what I used was, and I'll show you this, it's called Rub and Buff. This is definitely sold at Michael's. And all you do, you don't need a lot.
Thank you, Kelly.
Squirt it out on your acrylic, and you literally just rub it in with a Q-tip or a cloth. You can also get this same effect using, I'll show you two other things you can use. Actually, three things that I have used. Metallic folk art, metallic, any type of metallic acrylic paint, you can get that same effect. Arteza has wonderful markers that you can use as well. And you just draw it in. And all of this stuff is permanent, so you don't have to worry about it. This gilding paint came from Michael's as well. So all of this you can use to decorate your keychain. And then I'll show you a simpler version that I made earlier where I just did like maybe one accent on the side here.
Do you have something dark that you can put behind it so it pops and we can really see it? I know Jason and Tawana, she is.
That is my brother and sister-in-law.
All right. I love it. She's amazing.
So I got a lot of lights going on here. Ooh, it's hot. Oh, this is not working for me. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm trying to use too much technology, people. All right. Let me try something else. This is darker. I think so. Hopefully I don't trip over anything. It's that layer that's killing me.
It's okay. It's okay. Then we get the idea. So are
But
we
you
gonna
can
put the
also-
mom on it?
You can put, so I put it on this one just to save time because I wasn't sure I didn't want to take up too much time with
Okay.
you guys. But the mom, so I'm gonna tell you this, the acrylic can go on either side.
Okay.
On this one, it is on the non-scored side if you
Okay.
want to have it as an accent. Or you can put it on top of this so that it looks like a background. Another
Oh,
thing
okay.
you can do, you can paint the back with just acrylic paint
Oh,
to make it stand out.
okay.
So there's different things you can do. I don't have a painted version. You can also do glitter. So this is different. This isn't a keychain, but I want to show you guys if it comes up clear. This is a car coaster out of the same clear acrylic. I cut it out. I put the glitter on there, just like you do. If you've ever done glitter keychains, it's the same concept. And you can get as creative as you want with your keychain. So you can even do white glitter on the back of this.
That
Or
would
this
be
one
dope.
to just make it stand out.
That would be
So-
so cool. Listen, Devereaux is speaking it into existence. You got your resignation letter ready? Because she says you're
So-
about to blow up. You're about to blow up with your side hustle.
Devereaux is a dear college friend that I have known for 20 years.
Oh,
Another-
wow. Hi, Devereaux. Thanks for coming and supporting.
So thank you. I appreciate that. So two more things I want to show you guys other than acrylic. And these are for the guys. Let me put this down actually and see if I
Right.
can.
Casey's getting a second job to pay to, and all her money is going to go to this.
Go to this. Oh my gosh, you can get carried away. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of those things where I wonder if I can do this on the main camera. So you see, oh, there we go. This is stainless steel bottle opener that I engraved.
Wow.
You can do this, but okay, let me preface this. Do not think you're gonna stick this into your Glowforge and engrave on it. This will blow up your machine. That's because it's a spark hitting metal. Okay. In order to get this, in order to get the dark engraving like this, you have to use a laser mark spray. And the one I use happens to be Brilliance. There are different types of brands out there. I just chose Brilliance because it was available. And it lasts for quite a while. You spray the stainless steel item, probably let it dry for 5 minutes, stick it in the Glowforge. You don't have to mask it. You don't have to do anything to it. And it will turn out when you engrave it, it will show up black, whatever your design is. But don't
That's
just
some
just say
advanced stuff
that's-
right there. Let me ask this question.
Yeah.
Can regular duct tape be used?
Yes, you can use
okay.
regular duct tape. Mhm.
All right. And can you walk through how to put the acrylic letters on? It seems like it would be hard to difficult to line up perfectly.
Oh no. So with the vinyl that you cut, because the mom is cut out of vinyl. If you want to line up a design, you can score the mom. So where I had it on the screen, instead of engraving, you just put score, it outlines it, and then you can line up your vinyl. I've done that.
Okay.
When you're doing signs, that is a good tip. When you do your signs, you can score your letters, paint your letters separately if you're doing like a stacked sign. And that's how people usually make sure everything is lined up. It's an easy way to line it up.
Yeah,
And
that is.
when you score, you can't see the score once you put your line on there. So you're fine. I mean, once you put your letters on there, so you're fine.
So this is real cool. And what she didn't use the laser cutter to do the vinyl. She used her Cricut Joy, I believe, to cut the vinyl, or any Cricut or
Yeah.
Silhouette machine, if you got it, cutting machine. Preferably Cricut. We're team Cricut because you can buy Cricut at Michael's. Is the main thing at Michael's. But if you have a Silhouette, that's fine too. You can engrave. Can keychains be done on Cricut Maker? Not like this. Cricut Maker is not gonna laser cut acrylic. It doesn't do this.
This is 1/8. This is 1/8 acrylic. So I don't know how thick Cricut.
I don't think you can. I've never seen it done, but I can't say it. Well, yeah. Listen, I'm team Cricut. I know it is what it is. I'm just being honest. So yeah, so basically when she says score lines, it's a very thin outline for the letters that the machine can do, a very thin outline. So when you go to put your letters on, you just line the vinyl up with the letter that has been engraved, not really engraved, but etched into the acrylic. So you line it up perfectly. So that is genius right there, right, Ziva? It is genius to be able to do that. So you won't have that problem.
It definitely helps when if you're making home decor signs. Also, I'll throw this other little tidbit at you guys. There is 3M double-sided sheets that you can use on the back of acrylic and wood to make it easier to glue your acrylic to whatever piece of material you're using. If you don't want to use super glue, if you don't want to super glue your fingers together, which I'm not gonna lie, totally transparent, I've done that.
Right, we talk from experience.
Have acetone on hand to unglue your fingers. That it makes it easier. I love it. 3M tape is not, it's worth the investment. Put it that way. To me, if you want to make things easier. Like when I make, as a matter of fact, the acrylic plaques, the Facebook emblem and the Instagram emblem have 3M tape on the back. So it's
I love it. The hole in the keychain is a circle. She just put a circle on the thing and it cut a circle, which made the hole, Kelly. Now, are you going to put the stuff on?
Yes.
To complete it?
I have some hardware and I want to show you guys. I'm going to choose a tassel.
Here, I'm gonna take you off and make it bigger for people.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Kelly, while she's getting that, all you had to do is create a circle on the screen to size that you need it to be and place it where you want the hole to go on the charm. She chose to put it in the corner, but if you want to put it at the top or wherever you want to put it, you can. And all of this stuff you can definitely find at Michael's or michaels.com.
Definitely all the keychains. I have a video on Instagram where I did a shopping trip and it shows you the things that I picked up. If you want to look at that, the tassel, the keychains, the hardware, I already had some round needle nose pliers. So, but I did show you in the video which ones to get. I think it's on my IGTV. If I'm not mistaken. So if you want to get an insight on that. Also, so what you're going to need is you take your jump ring. Did my lighting just change? Yeah. And I'm trying to show you this so I don't block your view. You're going to slip your keychain, your jump ring through the hole. You can use another set of pliers, or you can use what I call a jump ring closer and opener. Really? And make sure you close that jump ring really well because you don't want your keychain to fall off. Actually, I just messed up, guys. I don't know why.
I was wondering. I was like, maybe she knows doing something different.
I just
let it play out.
I
Maybe I learned something.
Real life people, real life. Yeah, don't close it before you actually attach the keychain. Yeah, don't do that. The actual key ring. And if
And
you
the little
want,
thingy, the little tassel.
well, actually, I'm gonna wait on that tassel because I want to add a little bit of space between the tassel and the jump ring. So I'm gonna get another jump ring. And the size jump rings that you get, I got 7mm just because it's easier for me to work with. It just depends on what you're working with and what's your flavor. I like 7mm because it gives you enough room on the keychain. And there you go.
How cute is it?
Now you have a
How
gift. And you
cute
can,
is that? How quickly, really, it took her with the 1 minute and what, 4 seconds or whatever seconds.
oh yeah, a
And
minute and like 43 seconds. Yep.
so really 5 minutes, because if you 5 or 10 minutes at the most, because you got to cut your vinyl, weed it a little bit, lay it down, put your jump rings on, all of that. 10 minutes, you got a really cute gift that'll make somebody happy, and you can make a lot of money with. So I love it. It is cute, super cute.
That's simple.
Then
And
you
it's-
can do personalized with names and charge a little extra because it's personalized. You know, I'm Miss Creative CEO, so I'm thinking about the finance here, what we need to do. I love it. Look at that one. The
this is
mirrored
mirror
one.
acrylic.
How cute.
And I love making these. These are engraved. I've done names. This one just happens to be Savage and Gold. Love those. So yeah, and then this one I haven't had a chance to put on a key ring, but
Right, Patty?
just hey gorgeous.
How cute.
Different messages. And then if you have nurses and teachers in your life, you can do teacher gifts. It's just that simple. And mirror acrylic comes in so many different colors. And it is addictive. I'm going to be honest. Once you see something shiny, it's like, oh, you don't want to go back to regular acrylic. I'm
We're
not
like
gonna
the
lie.
shiny ball with squirrel, like, ooh.
And it's nice. So
Natalia, great question. She says she struggles with pricing her items, and how much would you charge for the mom keychain? Well, she can tell you how much she charges for her keychains, but she can't tell you how much you should charge for the mom keychain. And that's a whole nother class that I do, pricing for profit. But I'm gonna give you the short version, which would be to, let me put myself up here.
okay.
Because this might be good for, I'm gonna add, this might be good for everyone to know. Here's the short synopsis. There's a lot of things that go into pricing. You need to know your COGS, 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 cost of goods sold, COGS. And that is your baseline. That is how much your supplies actually cost. What she would need to do is see how much that acrylic costs her and kind of break down. It can be, with something like that, it could be a little intricate, because, you know, if the square is 12 by 12 and all she's using is 4 by 4, how much does that 4 by 4 piece cost? You'll have to figure that one out. And then if she get a package of tassels and there's 10 tassels and it costs her $5, how much does that one tassel cost? 50 cents, right? How much does that ring cost? How much do those jump ring cost? You got to get down to the cellular level of how much things cost. And don't get bored with it and irritated with it, because I guarantee you, this is how big corporations price. They know to a tenth of a point exactly how much it costs to make that item. Okay. And then once you know that, then you have to pay labor. Y'all do not charge for your labor. All you think is it costs you $5 to make, and then turn around and say, well, if I flip it for $10, I made some money. No, you didn't. You lost money. You working for somebody. You paid somebody else to do the job. You didn't make no money. Why? Because you didn't pay your labor. Now, let me ask you, if you went to work and they said, you know what? We're not giving you a check. What you gonna do? I bet we're gonna have a lot of problems at your job, right? Or you're gonna get up and walk out. Why? Because your paycheck is your labor. It's a cost to your business. For you not to charge for your time to make the item, you're not making money. Okay? Do not get it twisted and fool yourself thinking that just because you times it times two for what you paid for it and you times it times two, you made money. You didn't. Okay? So you got to charge for your labor and your cogs. At that point, there's another element that a lot of you forget. And that is how your position, how you show up in the marketplace. What's your position? Are you quality? Are you quality position, or are you convenience position, or are you price position? Okay, you have to figure that out. But there's other stuff that deals with that. You need to know your demographics. You need to know the girl that you're talking to or the guy that you're talking to, your community, who are you talking to? You know, so that determines a lot. So there's three components: your cost of goods sold, COGS, your labor, and how you show up in the marketplace will determine. And to put that in perspective, you can be on one side of town and a Chick-fil-A meal costs this much, and on another side of town, it could cost that much, right? Or you can be at a grocery store and the cheese costs that much over here, but over there it costs this much. That has to do with demographics and the type of clientele that you're dealing with. So those are the type of things that I talk to. And then you also got to think about your costs and your expenses, your overhead, your electricity. You got to think about all of that. Then you come up with a price. It's not as complicated as you think it is. It just takes a little bit of time. And it just takes you taking a moment to get to know who your client is. And then you'll know how to properly price. What I don't want y'all to do is constantly ask other people to put a price tag on your worth, on your time. Only you can do that. You do it when you go to your jobs or when you're looking for a job and you say, what's the first thing you look at? How much they're paying, right? How much are they going to pay me to do this? Because you're like, oh, they're asking me to do all that. I'm not working for that. You want me to do all this work for $10? No, you got to pay me more than that. So why is it that you put your cost of a price tag on your time when you're working for somebody else, but you don't pay no cost of price tag on your time when you're working for yourself? Make that make sense to me. I'll wait. Okay, that's what I thought. So this is about Jessica. This ain't about y'all pricing, but I just thought I'd jump in and tell y'all a little something. Okay, I want y'all to think about that. You will put a price tag when you're working for somebody else, but you work for free for yourself, which makes no sense because you're actually working harder as an entrepreneur than you will ever work as working for somebody else, because you can shut that off. But here, you got to wear all the hats and do all the jobs, because when you go to work for one position. Think about that too. You go to work for one position. I'm an administrative assistant, or I'm the CEO or whatever. I'm here for this. When they pile stuff on your plate, what do y'all say? I'm not getting paid for this. That's what you will say. I'm not getting paid for this. This ain't my job. I'm not doing this. They better pay me more money if they want me to do this. Tell me y'all don't say that. Right? Tell me y'all don't say that. So, isn't it logical to believe that when you work for yourself, when you are the marketer, you are the laborer, you are the social media expert, you are the accountant, you are the supplier, you are customer service, you are the website support system, you are all of those things. Why do you not pay yourself? And then wonder why you don't have any money? And then you sit there and say, oh, I'm gonna stop because I'm not making no money doing this. No, you're not, because you're doing it for free. So no, you're not making any money. Y'all better understand how this business works. That's why I am Ms. Creative CEO. And that is why I take people out of the back room and into the boardroom, so we can build our businesses like a corporation does, so we can make the money, so we can go to the bank. Y'all can't go to the bank because you don't have no money to put in it because you're not paying yourself. You understand? Am I making sense? Put it in the chat if I'm making any type of sense. Okay, y'all understand me? We clear? Okay. Y'all better get right or get left, okay? Get it right. All right. So if you want more information, go and join Creative Boss Collective on Facebook. When my inner circle, this is the kind of stuff I do to them all the time. We will check your websites randomly and say, ma'am, you're not charging enough for this. That's the type of stuff that we do. Like that Natalia says, honestly, I never thought of it like that. See, that's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking to see if I have any questions that I did not answer. Yeah, I have a tendency of doing that. You never clock out when you never clock out when you're a boss. That's right. You don't. You on all the time. All the time. Okay, good. Somebody said, bye, Felicia. What? You said that to me saying you're going to work overtime and not get paid. No, that's another thing. Are you going to work overtime and not get paid? No, you're going to say, you need to pay me time and a half for this. That's what you're going to do. But you're going to do your stuff for free. Make it make sense. You can't. So don't stop trying. So what I want to do is get back over here to Natalia, not Natalia, I'm looking at Natalia's name, but get back over here to Jessica. All right, let's get back over here to Jessica and add her. And that thing's so cute. It's just super cute. And it just gives us all types of ideas on how to monetize our businesses, simple little things that you can have. And that's another thing. You want small items. Once you, I'll tell you, once you understand how to price, you might have some higher ticket items, but it's good to have lower ticket, lower cost items to draw people in and do those last minute gifts. Just like when you're in the line at Michael's, they slick, you know, you standing in that line and they got all that food and all that candy and all that stuff lined up right there at the last minute, right? So you have those impulse buys, and that's how they increase their order value. It's not up there for their health. They did that for a reason. It is there to increase their average order value, AOV. That's a term from corporate, AOV, average order value. They want to always increase that. If you can increase your average order value by $3 over the course of time, and you had 100 clients, customers give you a little extra $3, that's a whole $3,000 extra that y'all made. Y'all see how that works? That's corporate. So that's why in like on Amazon, on Michael's, and all these websites, you will sit there and you will buy, you put some in your Amazon bag, right? What happens next? They'll turn around and say, many clients, other customers ordered this too, right? They add something at the bottom to say, this is compatible. Don't you want this too? Because they're trying to increase that average order value. That one, because you're like, oh, they bought that too. That's cute. Let me just drop that in there. It's not that expensive. Let me drop that in there. But those little pieces over time add up to big money. Okay? Everybody does it. Y'all better do it too, because we're out the back room and into the boardroom, and so we're going to act as such. Listen, let me get off my soapbox. Y'all got me started. Y'all got me started. Right. I'm telling you, it's none of this is by chance. Marketing is not by chance. It's very strategic. Okay. So you better learn the game so you can win it. All right. So this is what I want you guys to do. Miss Lee, Miss Lee, I have a passion for this. I have a passion. for this because I want people to win. I want you crafters to use your talents to make money. I want you to have fun, but using your talents that nobody can take away from you is better than having a college PhD, doctorate, whatever, because it's innate. It's part of you. Nobody can take it. And as long as you understand that, you'll be able to take care of yourself, fend for yourself, and make money. This helps people, women, get out of situations that they shouldn't be in or don't know how to be in, or they may not have the education that they're supposed to have, but they got talent. And if you know how to use that talent, you can get yourself out of situations and elevate yourself and change your generation and change your legacy. It's a big deal to me. And that's why I have a passion. And that's why I do what I do. Okay. That's why I do what I do. All right. So I'm going to give this to my team. Well, before that, Jessica.
Yes.
Does anybody have questions? Any other questions briefly for Jessica? Because y'all done made me, I'm going to blame y'all. You know, Stacy on here looking at her clock. She probably not. She's the sweetest thing in the world. But, you know, it's y'all fault. I'm going to blame y'all. Okay, so let me pull myself down and make you and this. Look at all this. These are super cute.
Just to give you guys just a little quick, you know, another little thing. Drink stirs. That was the first thing I made when I got my Glowforge. I wanted to make a gift for a friend that was getting married. And I was like, what can I do? I got this machine over here. I just opened it up. So you got wifey and husband. And on the sides, I put their wedding dates so they could have it to use at their wedding. Little did I know I was addicted to these. So on my site, you'll see a whole bunch of different ones that I've made for birthdays, baby showers. You've got the ring. And as far as earrings, because I think somebody else had asked me about earrings, there is this thing called 2-color acrylic. And I made that by engraving the images off like that. And then this one was a huge hit, which I still think is on the site. If you do resin, see if I can get it to pick up. It says resin is dope. So
I love that.
just to give you some more ideas, the possibilities are endless. And that's all I have.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all, she's giving you guys a lot to think about. And I'm a double back. McKinley, I'm sorry that happened to you. I would have been hot mad. But at least you realize McKinley said that she was at a craft fair. Somebody brought one of her bracelets, took it to her booth and sold it for twice the price. What?
Oh, wow.
At the same craft show. Yeah. And now she realizes she priced herself too low. That's why y'all need my class. But y'all can inbox me, go to Instagram, and make sure that you get in my DM so you'll know when my next class is, and follow me. Follow me on Instagram. Okay. And Pat, who was it? I think Patty said something about she didn't have Instagram for the link. So somebody, team, can you drop the link so that Patty can get the link to the coupon for Glowforge? I think it was Patty. If it wasn't, please forgive. Yeah, it was Patty. Look, Marquita's like, she got to figure out how to get it, the Glowforge, sooner rather than later. Yes, Jessica absolutely rocks.
Oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you.
What's something that you would want to leave them with before we get into these giveaways?
Don't be afraid. As a matter of fact, no, be afraid. Do it afraid. that's when you know you're doing what you need to do. Do it afraid. And it's going to be worth it if you are a thrill seeker. I mean, I'm really not a thrill seeker, but I think I've become one kind of internally. I stepped out, I bought this machine and was like, I got it here. It sat on my table for 2 days. What am I going to do? And it's like, you bought the machine. What you waiting on? And it's been fun ever since, guys. It's been so worth it. So definitely just do whatever you want to do afraid. That's my advice.
I love it. I love it. Do it afraid, because you can't change how you feel. You're going to feel how you feel. You just need to embrace the feeling and do it anyway. And Danita, it's 9:51. I have to go, because if I hadn't, me and you would have a serious talk on here about, I wish I could afford a Glowforge. One day it'll happen. You can. You're never going to afford a Glowforge with that. I'm going to need you to say you're going to get it and make a plan so that you can manifest that thing. Put it in your, don't say you wish you could afford it. Say you can. You just got to plan for it. That's all that is. Because we always want to put out what we want, not what we don't want, all the time. Mindset. I cannot stress how important that is. Right? You can see Jessica light up, right? Speak into existence. That's right. When she talks, but then when we say it's time to go to work, she's going to be looking like this, like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, the little elephant thing. It's not elephant, little Eeyore thing. She's going to be mad about going to work. We've already told her to put the resignation letter together. We already told her. Okay. I am so glad, Jacqueline, that you enjoyed it. I appreciate it. Let me get my team to get these giveaways right quick so we can go ahead and let you guys go for the night. Team? Who's got it? Shalita or?
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Okay. So the first question is, what was the max height of material that you can put in the Glowforge with the crumb tray? Now 2 inches was without. So 3 inches was without. Let me see who said it first. Shalita, you looking?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see who said it first?
I have Erica.
Arika. Erica Jordan.
Yay, Erica. Awesome, girl.
Okay, my question is, Jessica mentioned that the Glowforge is very loud, but there is something that you can purchase to make it quieter. What is that?
Inline fan. Let me see. That was so fast.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's inline fan, and that was Shay James.
Yay, Shay.
Congratulations, ladies. If you guys would please send a direct message to either Janae or myself with your full name and mailing address, and we'll get those gift cards out to you as soon as possible.
Thank you, team. Let me just say this about my team. This is number 5. We're almost midway through. I'm gonna just go ahead and add a couple more if I can find them on the screen. If my personal team can raise their hands. Here's another one right here. Did I miss anybody? Where's Krish? I know there she is. Add spotlight. I think this is this it? I think this is it. That's on here tonight. No, is Jantel on here? Jantel, can you raise your hand? There she is. There we go. These are the ladies that keep me going, y'all. And I just want to take a moment to say thank you to them. They are the ones that's behind, dropping the links, answering your questions, helping you out, helping me out, helping Michael's out. They are the ones that's doing it. So give them a hand, give them some love in the chat, and let them know you appreciate them, because they rock. They absolutely rock. I could not do this without them, okay? And along with my other community, CBCIC, y'all rock as well. And all the rest of you guys rock right along with me. And what we are going to do, I told y'all, I made this thing for Jessica. So y'all are getting ready to look at it, okay? It's 2 seconds. Oh, Lord. See, wasn't that cute? That was cute, right? You know, she deserved her intro and I forgot her intro. So I wanted to make it up to her a little bit right there. And so as we go out, we're going to clear out tonight. I want to say personally, I want to say thank you for being here. Be here next week. Okay, be here next week, because this young woman right here is going to be on. Let me remove all of it. She is going to come to us next week. I'm trying to get everybody off here so y'all know who we're talking about. Her. She's here with us next week. And she's going to teach us all about 3D, paper, a camera. So go over to michaels.com, let them know you love them, and make sure you sign up and be here same time, same place next week, okay? All right, we're gonna see you guys. I want y'all to dance it out with me. Let's get it, girls.
Karen,
Yeah.
wait 1 second. I'm trying to get these addresses.
Okay, y'all got a minute. Hurry up. We're gonna play this song out. Get it in. Oh, wait, let's get on the screen while we get these addresses. Let me know when you got them. Look at Cutie Patootie right here. I love it. Yeah, girl. I'm gonna see you next week. I hope I see you next week. Your mom. How about that, Miss Peggy? How you doing? How about Miss Pat? Here's the sister-in-law and the brother-in-law. Thank you for coming. I love it. I love it. Hi, Miss Jacqueline. Yes. Hi. Let's see. We got another little cutie patootie in here. There we go. Do we have that address? Hey, girl. There you go, Jennifer. Hey, Miss Laverne. Yes, and Miss Gwen is all the way out to sea. Y'all have a